Hey guys, welcome back to Silhouette Success. Today we are going to be working on the leatherette keychains. They seem to be all the rage right now. I made this one to match the tumbler that I made with HTV Anything a couple of videos back. If you missed that video, you're going to want to go back and watch that when you are done here so you can have a matching set as well. There's a ton of information in this video. You're not going to want to miss it. So buckle in and let's do this. In Silhouette Studio, you are going to want to start with page setup. I have mine set to cut on a 12 by 12 mat, and my media size is set to 12 by 12 as well. Today I'm going to be working with this text here. I have it all typed out. The first thing you want to do is to create an offset for your HTV Anything. So let's select our element. Click on offset. You don't need it too big for the HTV Anything. I like to use 0.05. We're going to move the original away. We're going to right click on this offset and we are going to release the compound path. That way we can move the outline away and get rid of the middle of the A's. We don't need those to cut. Right click and delete. Now we are going to take the HTV Anything offset and we're going to offset that again. This layer is going to be for the leatherette. I'm going to bump it up until it's pretty solid. You don't want the outside of the keychain to be all floppy with the extra cuts. And that looks pretty good. The only thing I'm concerned with is this right here. So we're going to bring up the editing points and zoom in just a bit. We should just be able to take this one point and delete it. And that looks a lot better. Let's color this in so we can see it. Now to finish off the leatherette portion of our keychain, we need to duplicate this. You're going to take the duplicate and flip it horizontally, and then you are going to move it over to this side, and we need to create a bridge between these two. So we're just going to grab a rectangle, draw the rectangle out so that it is bridging the two parts of the keychain. You want it to overlap. Select all three of the elements, right click and weld. Now let's line it up and see how we did. Send this one to back. Set this one on top of there. Bring in the original. Let's zoom in. And that looks like we are ready to cut. I cut all of mine out separately for this project. You can put them all on the same mat as long as you change the cut lines so that you can cut by line in the send panel. They will all need different settings. For the leatherette, I chose the leatherette setting and bumped my blade up 1. For the HTV Anything, they recommend a blade depth of 3, a force of 20, and a speed of 10. I have tested that. It works perfectly for my machine. Yours might be a little bit different. You always want to start with a test cut on new materials for sure. Now this one is going to be cut out of glitter HTV. So let's right click on that and flip it horizontally. After you've finished up in Silhouette Studio, you can get everything cut and weeded. Remember that when you're working with leatherette, you want the leather side down on the mat and the fuzzy side facing up. It just cuts better this way. I'm going to make this keychain to match the tumbler that I made in the last HTV Anything video. If you missed that one, you're going to want to go back and watch it as soon as you're done here. Now we're ready to attach the glitter HTV to the HTV Anything. I've pulled in my reference sheet so that I can see that I need to press this at 315 degrees for 15 seconds, that it is a cold peel, and yes, I can put layers on top of this. Once it's cool, you want to carefully peel the backing away from the HTV and keep the HTV Anything stuck to its backing for right now. Since the HTV Anything has a permanent adhesive backing to it, you've now created a permanent decal for any hard surface. Now you can try to press the glitter HTV directly to the faux leather, but I personally have had mixed results with this. Depending on the leatherette that you're using, it can melt or get creases in it, or sometimes when you press it you lose all of the leather texture and it just ends up looking bad. So I thought I would give this a try this time around instead to see if it turns out any better. I do love the way it looks. I'm just going to have to use it for a couple of weeks and report back to see how well it holds up on the leatherette. Now we just need to attach our hardware, and I'm going to use some fabric glue to hold it together. And now would be the time to hit all the buttons if you're enjoying this video. I'd also love it if you left me a comment to let me know what other videos you would like to see in the future. Once I have everything glued together and my edges lined up well, I place a book on top of the keychain, and then I place my heat press on top of the book for a little bit of added weight. I like to leave that for at least a few hours till the glue sets up nicely. You can use literally any SVG for this project, which makes it so much fun. You can get as creative as you want to be with it, and if you want to have the matching set, of course, you're going to want to go and watch this video right here next. Now, go create something amazing, and I will see you in the next video.